So when she's pregnant, when she's conceived, what is that that's growing inside her?
A baby, but if it doesn't have a heartbeat yet.
So okay, so if somebody doesn't have a heartbeat, but they're living on a support machine, right? They don't have a heartbeat though. So you need a machine to pump the body, to pump oxygen into the body. Is that person still a human? What?
No, if they're not talking, they're not human.
If they're not talking, they're not human. Okay, so what did you guys want to talk about first?
That you guys think abortion is murder?
Yes, 100%.
Why do you think that?
Because it's a life, right? So when you're ending a life, especially without its decision, without it has no voice of its own. When you're terminating that life, you're ending that life. That's murder. You're killing it.
I understand that, but what if a girl gets raped?
Well, okay.
So let me ask you a question. I just want to ask a quick question. Okay, so if we would take a deal and say that all abortions should be illegal except for rape cases, would you agree to that?
No.
Okay, so then why are you even asking the question if that was not even the point? You're talking about all abortions, not just rape cases. You're just trying to use the marginal cases to justify the rest. Why even bring up rape cases?
That was one part of the question. There's like moms that are not financially like ready for it. There's like if you're too young, like it's not only rape.
I got you. Okay, so let's deal with these situations in here, right? The mom can't afford to support the child, stuff like that, right? So if a mom is not able to support her child, let's even say an infant baby, right? Her newborn, right? Let's say it's like 2 days old. Should she be able to end that baby's life?
After it's born, no.
Why not?
Because that's an actual living thing. Because after you give it, like you take it out, it's an actual living thing.
Okay, so what is in her belly before it's born?
A fetus that's not alive.
So how is it growing?
Like through the mom? Like
yeah, how is it growing?
It's just growing?
So it had to be alive to grow, right?
Yes, but the mom's alive, so she's taking care of it.
Yeah.
Without the mom, there is no baby.
Okay, good. Without the mom, can that two-day-year-old baby survive?
No.
So notice, both, you even realize it, look. I love it, no, but we're here to do that, right? We're here to get understanding. So you see the problem there, right? That both the infant newborn can't survive without the mother, neither can the unborn child. They're both in the same predicament. The only difference is the location. One is outside the womb, one is inside the womb, right? So it's no difference.
There is a difference because also to have the baby, it's like the mom goes through a lot of things. It's easy for you to say because you're a man, but as a woman...
A man? How dare you assume my gender? You assume I'm a man?
Are you?
Okay, now that's respectful. I'm definitely a man.
Okay.
I just mess with you.
What were you saying?
No, so you're saying that there definitely is a difference between the unborn child and the newborn.
Yeah.
And you said I can't speak of it as a man because women go through it a lot.
I mean, you're allowed to speak on whatever you want because you have free will, but like you don't deserve an opinion.
But what if so wait, just real quick. I'm married, by the way. So if my wife gets pregnant with my baby, you mean to tell me that I don't have a right to speak on the life of my baby?
Because you're not having the baby, so
I am having the baby.
That was not. You're not actually having the baby.
I am.
You don't go through the things. You don't go through.
So who the baby daddy?
You can be the baby daddy, but you don't go through the things that like to be like.
So you mean to tell me that I don't have to deal with the stress of my wife when she's pregnant, nagging me for snacks, and I gotta wake up early in the morning and deal with her attitude and carry her up the stairs?
That's your choice for picking a woman like that. Like.
Shots fired. Look, so this is where we're at, guys. So with men, you're right that we are not the ones that get pregnant. However, we're the ones who impregnate. And the father has every right, just as the mother, when it comes to decisions about we're a team. She didn't make the baby on her own. We both did. So, like for example, do you think that fathers are wrong for abandoning their pregnant baby mom? Do you think they're wrong for her?
Yeah.
Why?
Because like I guess it's good to have a father figure, but there are a lot of women that don't have dads that still pursue a very good life.
No, I agree with you that there are single mothers that are thriving. They're doing their thing.
Yeah.
However, can we agree that it's good for a father to be there for the woman he impregnated?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means that because as the father, they're supposed to be there to support the woman through that pregnancy. I can't abandon her. So we are both in this together, not just after the pregnancy, but during it too. Not just when I'm laying with her, but once she's popping that belly, I'm there for her. I'm taking her to the hospital. I'm the one who's carrying her up the stairs. I'm the one rubbing her feet. I'm the one doing my best to make sure that this process is as smooth as possible. Isn't that a good thing?
Yes, but you're also emotionally there. She's like physically there.
We're both there. Do you know that sometimes both the man and the woman gain weight during the pregnancy?
Yeah. I mean, that could be a thing, but again, she's gaining weight for the baby, not for you.
All right, and I'm gaining weight because I'm just outside of this, I'm helping my wife and I'm losing my physique. But that's the sacrifice that the man makes because he's there, Exactly. So here we are. It's good for a father to be there. So a father is there to support his wife or baby mom, and they're supposed to be there to support the baby. So they have a right on the say. Both of them, it's a team effort.
I understand it's a team effort, but the mom physically goes through the stuff that she has to have that baby. Like gaining weight, throwing up, like she could die having the baby. The man does not go through anything like that. Of course, yeah, they have to take care of the mom and the baby emotionally, but there's nothing physical that you're going through.
Okay, so tell me this. It's okay to kill a baby when
she gets raped, the mom is not financially ready, or is there any more? She's too young.
Just those?
She's too young. Like,
too young.
Yeah.
Okay.
12, 13. Yeah.
12, 13. Okay. So if she's raped, if the mother can't support the baby, and if she's too young, abortion is okay.
Oh, I have one more. Also, if the mom's about to die and she's going through stuff, then she should have a baby.
Okay,
or,
so she could preserve her life.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be an abort. That's her preserving her life, right?
I guess so.
Okay, so that wouldn't count, right? We're talking about perfectly healthy woman who had the choice. They had slept or whatever. They're adult. Her health is not in the question. So you're saying rape, too young, or inconvenient financially?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll ask you the question again.
Okay.
So if the newborn is inconvenient to her mother, should she have the right to kill her baby?
At a certain time, yes. I feel like
even the newborn?
Oh, the new baby. If it comes out, you're done.
So what is the difference? That's what we need to get to. What is the difference between the newborn, for example, the day that the baby is born, and then the prior day that it's still in the womb? What's the difference?
Because the difference is it's living off of its mom. It's not breathing actual oxygen.
It's still breathing oxygen.
I know, but through the mom, not through its own mouth.
Okay, so we're talking about what the baby is leaning on for life support, basically. Mm-hmm. And we both agree that without the mother, the newborn cannot survive, correct?
Yes.
So should she be able to kill the baby?
I mean, if she gets raped, a smart
No, I'm talking about forget the rape.
Okay.
It's inconvenient. Financially, she can't support it. Should she be able to kill her newborn?
She had it?
She had the baby. She can't support the baby. And the baby can't live without her. Should she be able to kill the newborn?
No, but the thing is, in the beginning stages of pregnancy, not done talking. In the beginning stages of pregnancy, it's not really an actual baby. And I understand that you have a different opinion. And in my opinion,
what is it?
What?
What is it?
I don't mean to say it's a clump of cells, but it really is. It's not really a
clump of cells that made what? What's growing in there?
A baby?
But you just said it's not a baby.
It's not a baby yet.
So when does it become a baby?
I mean, I don't know the actual 6 to 4 weeks. I don't know exactly that, but I'm saying in the beginning is the right time to get an abortion. I understand if it's an older, not an older kid, but a more grown baby inside the belly.
So stage of development is what you're saying determines when.
Yes.
Okay, so at what stage of development does what's growing inside her become a baby?
I don't know exactly the time.
Okay, is it a human growing in her?
I mean, what do you mean?
Is there a human growing in the woman?
I mean, yes, but in the beginning, no. I mean, in the beginning, yes, but it gets to a point that
it just grows, it develops.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so you have stages. You have stages where the baby is developing, the human is developing, but at all these stages, it's still a human. It's still a human baby, right?
In the beginning?
Yeah, in the beginning.
No.
Okay.
Does it have a heartbeat?
It doesn't have to have a heartbeat for it to be a human, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so do humans give birth to non-humans? Huh?
What?
Do humans give birth to non-humans?
No.
Okay, so when she's pregnant, when she's conceived, what is that that's growing inside her?
A baby, but if it doesn't have a heartbeat yet, like you can't see it. Yeah.
So do you see how you keep shifting? Now it's about the heartbeat.
Yeah.
So okay, so if somebody doesn't have a heartbeat, but they're living on a support machine, right? They don't have a heartbeat though. So you need a machine to pump the body, to pump oxygen into the body. Is that person still a human?
Yes.
But they don't have a heartbeat.
They're not alive now.
They're not alive?
No, until they're alive, they're human.
So that person who is on life support, whose life is still going because of a machine, you're saying that they stopped being a human.
What do you guys? Yeah, what do you think? What do you think?
I think they're still alive.
Huh?
They're still alive.
Still alive, so are you still a human?
In the hospital, life support going. Yeah.
So are you still a human?
Yeah, they're still human.
You agree?
I don't believe that now.
Wait, what?
No, if they're not talking, they're not human.
If they're not talking, they're not human.
Yeah.
So, do you agree?
I mean, you're asking like, wait, what's your exact question? Because you keep like.
Okay, here's my thing. What I've determined from y'all's answers is that your answers shift depending on what you're considering a human to be or a baby to be. So when you give examples like, oh, it needs to have a heartbeat for it to be a human. Well, we literally have humans that don't have a heartbeat that live off of machines. But would you say that they're not human anymore because of that?
Yeah, living off the machines, they're human.
They're still human.
Yeah, they have a heartbeat.
No, they don't have a heartbeat.
They don't have a heartbeat, so they're dead.
No, they're not dead either because the machine's keeping them alive.
So yeah, they're alive. They have life support.
Okay, so if they're alive, they're still human?
Yes.
So guess what?
Is the life support pumping a heartbeat? Like you need a heartbeat to live. Like you need a heartbeat.
No, so it's pumping oxygen into them. Sometimes you have some life support systems that that do keep the heart pumping, but the heart is not pumping on its own. So themselves, they don't have a heartbeat. It's the machine that's pumping it for them, or pumping oxygen into them for themselves.
But it's still beating the heart.
Yeah, in some situations, yeah.
Yeah, so then you have a heartbeat because you're still on life support because of the machine.
Yeah, but is that their own heartbeat or is it the machine?
It's the machines, but it's still like a heartbeat that's happening for them.
Now, so notice this. So in the same situation with the mother, is the heartbeat dependent on the baby or is it dependent on the mother?
Depending on the mother.
Exactly. So in both situations, look, in both situations, the grown adult human and the unborn baby are both on life support. They're just in different situations.
Yeah.
The life support is from the mother, other life support is from the machine.
Yeah, but we don't have the same opinions as them. Like.
Okay. They don't have them. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Let's throw them under the bus then. Okay. So all right. So back to you guys. So do you guys understand? Do you guys understand that in both situations, the baby is on life support of the mother, the other human, the adult human, is on life support of a machine, right? Should they kill the human being who's on life support of the machine?
That's not their choice to make.
Not their, Say that again?
Not their choice to make.
Very good. It's not their choice to make. Look, we're getting somewhere. It's not their choice to make. Now,
These questions are like,
but these questions are good. We're
I
walking.
understand, but like, let's get to the root of the problem. Not
Here it is. The root of the problem is this. It's not their choice to make. It's that person's choice. Is on life support, right? That person has it's their choice if they live or die. That baby, the unborn baby, it's another human being that is on life support of the mother, but it's their choice for them to live, right? Not anybody else's to infringe on their choice and just kill them. Now, unfortunately, in both situations, neither the unborn baby or the adult on life support have the voice to speak for themselves. They need us. But unfortunately, people are sacrificing these unborn babies and killing them without their voices. So that's why we're here doing this. It's wrong to infringe on their choice.
depending on the circumstance.
Depending on the circumstance. Yes. So as long as the mother's life ain't threatened,
yes,
then the baby should be. But there's no way we should decide.
I agree.
Amen to that, sister. Now we got to work on her now. Amen. I'm glad you agree, sister. That's good. So what do you think so far?
I think that like it just depends on the circumstance. Like there's so many things that a woman has to go through. I understand the whole like machine thing, but it's just like not like it's just not reasonable. Like get to the root of the problem.
What's not reasonable?
If a girl gets raped, she has every right to. If she's not financially, like she's allowed to do whatever she wants. I understand like imagine that like the baby does get born, right? And she doesn't get an abortion and she's not like financially ready to take care of the baby. That baby's gonna grow up with a living hell of a life. You rather that than just an easy take a pill or something and like have an abortion?
What I'm saying is that we have examples, sister, of people who are products of rape. People who are born of rape, who have thrived in their life, who have grown out of that struggle, and they're even, preaching on behalf of unborn children. They're going to these places and they're saying abortion should be illegal. I'm a product of rape myself, and I'm glad I'm alive.
Yeah. You could say the same thing about serial killers. They could have, they got raped, their mom got raped, they had the baby, and that baby turned into a serial killer. You can't use that example as that.
So then here we are. Are you saying that people who are, what determines how a person's life goes in life? Is it how they're born, or is it the choices they make?
It's both, to be honest. You could have a really good family and be a bad person. You could have a bad family and be a good person.
So really it's up to you, isn't it?
Yes, but you're saying that famous people, their parents almost had an abortion, but then they became great. But you could say the same thing about a family. They were going to have an abortion, but they kept the baby. Then the kid became crazy and killed
So notice how it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It depends on how that person chooses to live their life. They can grow up and make decisions that are for the greater good as a human being, or they can make decisions to prove that they're morally corrupt. But that's on them. It has nothing to do with their mother being raped. It has nothing to do with their mother being unable to provide for them. There are people who have grown up in foster systems that have grown to be great, morally great people, and vice versa. People grow up in the foster system and be morally bad. It doesn't matter. It's upon us individually.
Yes, I understand that, but there is still a percent chance that foster that whole program is really hard. It's not easy. Some people.
So is growing up rich.
I guess so. Yeah,
right?
I guess so.
People growing up rich, they become detached from people. They bully folks. They grow up without empathy for others or for those who have less. Right. So you can say the same for those who grow up rich. That it's hard for them to be morally acceptable. A lot of these people, we see them on How Did I Murder My Wife? We see a lot of these rich folks on these type of shows. That's how it depends on the individual and their choices, right?
But I do have something to say. Earlier, you were like, oh, the person that their parents could have had an abortion, they could have been something great. You made that point, but now you're backtracking because of what I said.
No, I didn't backtrack.
Earlier you said those people become great, and then I said those people become bad. Then you started saying what you're saying.
So I didn't say that all of them become great people. I didn't say that. I'm saying that there's some among that group, that category, that grow up to be good people.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So
I'm making sure.
Yeah, okay. You're trying to get me. Look at her. But I guess we got an understanding now.
Yep.
So are you still for abortion?
Certain circumstances, yes. I stand by what I think.
Okay. Do you still think that if a woman cannot financially support her baby, that she has the right to do it?
Yes.
Dang, that's cool. It's okay. But I appreciate the conversation. This was awesome. Let's give it up for our sister, guys.
Thank you. You had a question?
Oh, for her?
Yeah.
If you want to, go ahead.
You said that life starts after the baby is born, right?
I'm not exact because I'm still young and I'm still learning, but I don't know the exact time, but keep going with what you're
Where's
saying.
Chloe?
Yeah. So basically, you're saying that the baby only matters. The life of the baby only matters after the baby is born, right?
Can you hit her?
I guess so. It depends.
It's actually considered an actual reason for it to live. The mother can't kill the baby after it's born. That's what you're saying.
Programs to help the baby.
No, wait, hold on.
Those programs are not always really good,
No, but there's some.
Hold on. So you're saying that when the mother gives birth to the baby, that she can't murder the baby, but she can murder the baby when the baby's inside, right?
In my opinion, it should be in the early stages if you can, but if you can't, if you really are in the point of your life and the baby's still growing and you need to have an abortion, I think you still should have it.
And you're saying that it's a fetus, it's a clump of cells, it doesn't necessarily. So my question for you is, if a person comes and murders a pregnant woman, why in the justice system it says it's a double homicide?
Because that wasn't her choice to get murdered. I know, but
Was it her choice to get murdered?
Yeah, I understand it wasn't her choice to get murdered, but if it's her baby, she didn't ask the murderer to kill her baby. That's not her problem.
So now is the mother just murdering the baby?
That's okay though.
It's okay for the mother to choose to murder the baby, but nobody else to murder the baby.
Yeah, because that's not their body.
She said yes, y'all.
It's not their body.
Neither is the baby. It's a double. Notice, it's a double homicide.
Meaning two people died.
Two bodies.
Murder. Yeah. So the person who killed the person who's pregnant is now being charged with killing two people instead of one. That's what a double homicide means. So if you're saying necessarily that life, like the mother can only, sorry.
You could.
Okay. So you're
for real. Should have brought the hat.
So if you're saying that the mother can only be considered murder if she kills the baby outside of the womb, if a person kills a pregnant woman inside of the womb, why is it considered that they're killing two people? A double homicide. That's my question.
That's the thing. I'm still young and I'm not very educated on that. And I would love to get educated, but that's just not like something I've.
That's a fair point. Yeah. But hopefully you took this as an educational standpoint, right? A double homicide is when two people die, whether they're in the womb, whether they're outside of the womb.
Okay, Taz, you're religious, right?
Yeah.
No, okay. Oh, yeah, she's religious. You're Muslim, right?
Yes.
You guys have souls, right? So you don't believe, if you're religious, you don't believe a baby that's at conception, that's when it's alive, has a soul itself. You're killing a soul. It's a soul.
Yeah, I am Muslim and everything, but there are that's the thing, I know abortion is murder and stuff like that, but that was also in the time that the books were created a very long time ago, before abortion really was as experienced and well done as it is today. I understand your viewpoint, but
Okay, so
What?
just to wrap this up, hold on, guys. So just to wrap this up, because we gotta move on.
Thank you for
that's beautiful. So one, you're very humble with your you admit I want to be educated. Your humility is beautiful. So I do think that you're the more you grow and have the same attitude that you can grow in these areas. So when it comes to double homicide, if you're thinking about that, does that kind of change your view a bit on what you're considering to be human or alive or have value to life? Like how if it's considered double homicide, it's two bodies that are dead?
I mean, I guess so. I guess so. But the thing is, if a random guy kills a lady that's pregnant on the street, that wasn't her choice or the baby's choice. But when it's the thing is when it's her baby, that's kind of her own blood, her own skin, everything. It comes out of her, so it must be her choice.
But it's not her skin though.
I mean, it's 50% of her. Though.
It's not. The baby has its own skin, its own body frame.
They're not attached, but you know what I mean.
So you're saying that the baby can have it? Infringing on the baby's choice is wrong in one sense, but it's not wrong to infringe on the baby's choice when it comes to the mother.
I mean, think of it your parents raise you, they give you rules. It's almost until you're 18, they rule over you. It's
but they can't kill me, or else they'll go to jail.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
So what I'm saying, it's a parent raising me is their duty as a parent, right? It's their duty. It's their duty to raise me, to groom me, right? It's not their duty to cause me to perish, right? Notice if their parents that starve their children or don't feed them or leave them at home or keep leaving them in school, they get charged for negligence, right? It's their duty to take care of the child. Yeah. So it's just mind-boggling to me how we can switch to this is how we're supposed to handle our children, but when it comes to the unborn child, all of a sudden those responsibilities don't apply. All of a sudden the baby has a choice and it's murder and double homicide in a car accident, but when I choose to kill my baby, it's not a life. That makes no sense. You see how logically this position doesn't hold,
Yeah, the inconsistency.
It's inconsistent.
The inconsistency here is that I hope that I pray that you take this with you, right? It's one of the things that you said that a baby is just a fetus. It encompasses cells when it's inside the body. But the justice
beginning stages, yes.
Right, but
I feel if it gets to a point where the baby is starting to fully develop, get eyes, get ears, get a head, get a brain, yes, I understand that. But in the beginning stages, if the circumstances right, no one else should have an opinion but that girl.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that even the justice system, right? The justice system thinks and knows that that's going to be a double homicide, whether you're in your first trimester, whether you're in 2 weeks. If they find out and they do that swab on that pregnant person, they find out she was pregnant, they're getting charged for 2 killings, not just 1. So if you're sitting here and you're saying that it's just a clump of cells and it's just a fetus, right? And the justice system, right? Now we're going by the justice system. What we actually, go with, is saying that no, that's still 2 people. Whether the baby looks like this, it's still two people.
So if she was like 1 week pregnant, would it still be considered double homicide?
That's
Yes.
exactly what I'm trying to explain to you. So that's why I'm saying that I hope and pray that this is something that's educational for you, that you can take with you and look it up, Google it. But just think about it. Why would the justice system actually think that that's a double homicide if it's just this little? Then that means life matters.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I just have one question for you. From woman to woman, if you got raped, would you still keep the baby?
I believe that God,
That's crazy.
yeah, I believe that there's a purpose for me, like in this life. So if God entrusted me with that, then I will go with that. And if God decides, right, that it's not for me, then He will take the life Himself as a miscarriage. That's what I believe.
All right. All right, man. Hey, we having good dialogues here on the street, man. Ain't we? Man. Logic is God. Logic.